So you've come here to take pictures of police cars, but naked and scumbags. You're going to be detained for the purpose of the search.
I couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. Right, I'm going to put this down here.
My camera's on, alright?
I'll be having a copy of that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So
you're dismissed. Move.
Don't talk to me like that.
Or else what? Or else what?
Well, you don't need to talk to me like that, do you?
I'm
just trying to be amicable.
You shouldn't have searched me. That's not amicable. Saying, oh, I'll go and get some police cars for you to have a look at, and it turns out, rather than helping me, you're going to search me.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to break down a police interaction that raises some very important questions about filming in public, the right to remain silent, and the use of counterterrorism powers. The footage we're about to analyze comes from the excellent YouTube channel. Include a link to their original video and their channel in the description below. Please go and show them your support for capturing this important footage.
Has the lady got caught, yeah?
Yeah, but I just want to find out for myself. What's going on?
She just said she was getting some, maybe she got some cars or something to have a look at.
Right, yeah. What was your plan?
There's pictures of it, all.
What's your name?
Matt.
Matt, what's your last name?
It's what I just explained to the lady, I just rather not. So I just do take pictures of police cars and stuff. If I go out doing it every time, I just don't want it going through the system all the time, that's all.
No, as in, why are you taking pictures of police cars? Just a holiday? Yeah. There's been some information that you've potentially been lingering around the car parks as well. Right. It's a bit strange though, isn't it, don't you think?
I think what we're going to do, just to be on the safe side, we're going to detain you for the purposes of the search, alright? It's only going to be a quick search. Alright?
How about that, guys? They promised us a look at the police cars.
Your face, forgive me. The interaction begins on a calm note as the male officer, PC.The, approaches the auditor in a polite manner. He immediately provides his name and shoulder number when asked, which is good practice and shows transparency. However, the conversation quickly takes a problematic turn. The officer repeatedly questions why the auditor is recording the police station from a public car park, something that is completely legal. His claim that the filming poses a security concern is vague and unsupported when the auditor asks for clarification. The officer also requests the auditor's identification, even though there is no reasonable suspicion of any crime being committed. This is an overreach, as members of the public are not legally required to identify themselves in such circumstances.
These two douchebags are just going to detain us. Right, so what's the problem with that? What's your call number?
What's my call number? PC 15138 Melville.
15004.
Mate, there's no point getting a little bit aggy about it.
Well, there's no need for a search. I've come to take pictures. I explained to the lady.
It's a bit odd behaviour.
No, it's not. There's pictures and videos all over YouTube, especially you lot with your rubber gloves searching people taking pictures. You're scumbags.
Right, so you've come here to take pictures of police cars, but naked and scumbags. You're going to be detained for the purpose of the search.
I couldn't care less. Couldn't care less. Right, I'm going to put this down here.
My camera's on, alright?
I'll be having a copy of that as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So what we're going to do, we're searching now, and then as a result of this, we make a search record.
I'll put my foot on him.
Yeah. So as a result of the search, we're going to make a search record, alright?
Yeah, I know
you've got up to 3 months to claim for a copy of that search record, alright? Like I said, it's under section 1 of PACE, so you've reported to be more.
The auditor rightly asserts his rights by refusing to provide identification, as he is under no legal obligation to hand it over. PC.The's response, implying that this refusal increases his suspicion, is troubling. A person exercising a lawful right should never be treated as if that alone justifies escalating the situation. A second officer arrives shortly after and also identifies herself properly, which is worth acknowledging as good practice. The most serious moment in the entire exchange comes at the end of this segment, when PC.The detains the auditor for a search under Section 43 of the Terrorism Act 2000. This is a major escalation. That power can only be used when an officer has reasonable suspicion that the individual is involved in terrorism. The reasons offered, filming a police station, which is legal, and choosing not to give personal details, which is also legal, are extremely weak and almost certainly fall far short of the strict legal standard required.
I don't know if you've been the other side of the barrier or not.
What are you expecting to find?
We're not sure. Anything that might be related
you need to know what you're going to find. You don't just search someone and say you're not sure.
Anything relating to the theft of motor vehicles, vehicle interference. We have people that have stuff on them for trying to open car doors, things like that.
With all these cameras,
well, that's what I'm not sure.
Check these numbers
as a result, That's what we're going to search for, right?
We're going to be famous. Get on with the search.
Safe side.
We're going to do it in our own time, sir. At the end of the day, you've come here, okay?
Which I'm entitled to do.
Yeah,
And other people
are you
come
going to allow
here
me
and
to
take
talk?
pictures.
You're going to allow me to talk? I'm just going to be talking over you.
Talking over you.
Right, fine. You've been detained for the purpose of search. I'm not quite explain. It's been said that you've been walking in and around vehicles.
So,
Fine. Mate,
I have not been around any vehicles.
Allow me to explain why you're being
I went to
detained.
the edge of the
Allow
net
me
and
to
had a
explain
look.
why you're being detained. It's been alleged that you've been walking around the vehicle. That's a bit suspicious behaviour. You can be detained for the purpose of search. Yes, it is. You can be detained for the purpose of search to discover whether or not you've got anything on you linked to those offences.
And guess what?
The female officer tries to justify their actions by explaining that a member of the public reported the filming as suspicious. While officers are expected to respond to such calls, they must still apply proper judgment and understand the law before taking action. A member of the public's concern does not automatically create the reasonable suspicion required to carry out a search, especially one conducted under the Terrorism Act. The auditor is then placed under a search. The conversation during this part exposes the officer's circular reasoning. They claim suspicion simply because the auditor's lawful behavior was reported as suspicious. The auditor challenges the legal grounds for their actions, and rightly so, but the officers continue regardless, relying on the vague idea that the activity is unusual.
Guess what else I haven't got on me? Any ID nuts, so back on.
That's absolutely fine.
You're not going to find out. Go on.
You got anything sharp or anything on you?
Nothing.
No, nothing's going to hurt
Chewing
me.
gum,
All
car
right?
keys,
So we're
that's
from
it.
North Kent Police Station. All right, we said our force number is 15004.
How's it gone from? She'll go and see if she can get some marked cars for us to have a look at.
Just going to put
A search.
What's that?
How's it gone from? I'll get you some
Just explain that to you, sir. It's been alleged that you've been walking in around between
So why
vehicles.
did she say she'd go and get someone to see if she could get some marked cars to look at?
I don't know. I wasn't there when that conversation happened.
Or did she not fill you in?
She told us that you've been standing out here and looking to take pictures
So
of
she never
vehicles,
asked you that?
and then you walking around and potentially going to the other side of the barrier.
Because she never, I never wanted to say, you've got cameras everywhere, so
Not
you know it.
alleging, not alleging that you have.
Check the cameras then before you start going and searching people.
We can detain you for the purpose of search, sir. The behaviour of what
The auditor continues to challenge the grounds for the search, correctly pointing out that the officer's suspicion is not based on the objective, evidence-based standard required by law. He argues, quite reasonably, that an unusual action, such as filming a police station, does not automatically create reasonable suspicion of terrorism. A third officer's comment, "That's exactly what raises our suspicion," further reveals that their justification for using such a serious counter-terrorism power rests solely on the unusual nature of the behavior. Legally, that is nowhere near enough. The female officer does identify herself when asked, which is at least a positive demonstration of proper procedure. Overall, this moment highlights the auditor's strong understanding of his rights and the legal requirements for conducting a search, while also underscoring the weak and poorly supported reasoning used by the officers to invoke the Terrorism Act.
Unlawful.
Yes, it is. Under Section 1 of the Police and Criminal Act 1984.
No, you're in Section 26, Criminal Justice Act.
Section
Unlawful
26,
search.
No, Section 1 of
Yes.
the Police and Criminal Act.
You're getting reported.
That's absolutely fine. Section 1 of the Police and
Everyone
Criminal
will
Act
see
allows
what
us to stop and
scumbag you
detain
are.
people for the purpose of search to see whether or not they've got stolen or prohibited articles or any articles to be used in the commission of an offence.
You thought I was going to look at that police car, right?
Well, that's
Not
what
saying
we're
that
not
you
too sure.
shouldn't.
That's why we're
Don't know
doing
what
this
you're
from
up
the
to.
south side, isn't it?
I don't know what you're up to. That's not very nice, is it? Or
You're
you're more
a
than
dickhead,
amicable with
though.
you and explain
You're not,
to
you're
you.
being a dickhead doing this.
Right, okay. Well, being more than amicable with you and explaining
What
the
do you
situation.
call a WPC that shares the front bits with a blunt
Cool,
razor?
so we're going to make a joke, are we?
Constable.
Happy?
Constable.
I'm going to put those back in those.
You like that, constable?
Right. No worries, sir.
She is constable.
No worries at all.
So just be on the safe side. Say you've got nothing on you anyway, so that's all good. And we're all happy now. That means, you know, we're all happy.
I don't care if you're happy or not. Go away.
Go away, yeah?
Go on.
Right.
You're dismissed. Move.
Don't talk to me like that.
Or else what? Or else what?
You don't need to talk to me like that, do you? I'm
Do one.
I'm just trying to be amicable.
You shouldn't search me. That's not amicable. Saying, oh, I'll go and get some police cars for you to have a look at, and it turns out, rather than helping me,
I never said that
you're
to
going to search
I never
me.
said that to you. Why would we get police cars out here for people to take pictures of? That's not what
Why
we
did
do
you?
as
Why
police.
did you say that
We
then?
don't have time to do that.
No, you don't. You have time to search photographers taking pictures, you jokers.
Right. And
Shift.
It's not the reason. Don't talk to me like that.
Shift.
I'm trying to explain
Shift.
to you. I'm trying to explain to you why you've been detained for the purpose of search. You don't like the fact you've been detained for the purpose of search.
It doesn't bother me.
Your behaviour
You've made me a lot of
doesn't
money.
Doesn't bother
You've
you,
made
but
me a
you're
lot of
filming
money.
us. You're filming us.
You've made me a lot of money and you've made yourself famous.
I'm just trying to explain to you why I've been detained. If you don't like it,
You've already done it once.
I apologise for that.
No, you don't.
But the fact of the matter is that the manner of your
You're
behaviour...
a power-tripping egomaniac.
The manner of your behaviour...
Which is what? Having a look for some panda cars to take pictures off. Have a look at all my Google reviews of all the police cars I've got photos of, and I don't get searched.
Well, you've been
Why only here?
The auditor asks for a copy of the search record, which he is legally entitled to receive, and the officer agrees. This is one of the few moments where proper procedure is clearly followed. The auditor then reminds the officers that their actions may expose them to potential civil claims, and the officer acknowledges this. The auditor also refers to the Metropolitan Police's photography guidance, which outlines the public's right to film. PC.Dore's dismissive reply, questioning why guidance from the Met would apply to his own force, reflects a misunderstanding of how national standards and best practice guidance are shared across policing. While this guidance is not law, it is widely recognized as a professional benchmark for officers throughout the country.
Why only here have I been searched for taking pictures of a police car?
That's not the reason why you've been detained for the purpose of search.
Which was what?
I've literally just explained it to you. It's been alleged that you've been walking around in and around...
Huntingdon, Cambridge Police Headquarters. I walked round the whole headquarters, in the yard and everything, and they came and took me and they showed me the bikes. Look on YouTube then, you dick.
You don't need to call me that. Right, so
look on YouTube then. You won't know, will you?
This conversation's
right, you're dismissed then. Go away.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
No, go away.
Can we assist you in any
No,
other way?
go away.
No worries.
Go away.
You know where we are?
I'm going to look wherever I want to look now. You know I'm safe.
As long as you don't go
I'm going to take pictures of every staff car I can and put it on YouTube.
Right, as long as you don't go
and that's down to you.
Right,
You've done that to your staff.
I've explained it to you.
You've done that to your staff. You're going to get all these cars put on YouTube. You're going to get 100,000 views.
All I'd say is please don't
Do you believe that?
Please don't go on the other side of the barriers.
Do you believe that?
Please don't go on the other side of the barriers. Okay?
You're a scumbag. And read the comments for this video.
A third officer escalates the situation once again, even though the initial search is finished and the auditor has already been told he is free to leave. This officer insists on checking the auditor's phone and threatens to seize it if he refuses. This is a deeply concerning step. The search had already concluded. Any further inspection or seizure would require a completely new and legally justified basis, which is never provided. The auditor only hands over the phone because he is under clear pressure, not because he genuinely consents. His cooperation is the result of a threat, not a voluntary choice. This makes the action appear to be an unlawful extension of the original search power and a significant misuse of authority. The officer's claim that the power still applies is doubtful, especially considering the previous officer had officially ended the encounter.
Right? And I hope your friends and family watch it and they see what piece of shit you are.
Well, you're being very polite to me, aren't you?
So? Don't search me for no reason, just because I went down there.
I'm not going to have this conversation.
Bugger off then.
Well, you keep talking to me.
Jog on.
There's front count myself in if you do need
I don't need anything. I wouldn't come to you pieces of shit for anything. That was a low trick. People are going to see what you've just done. How you try to trick someone. I could have had bloody learning difficulties or anything.
So I've explained to you why you've been detained.
What about someone with learning difficulties that likes police cars? You come and search them. You're absolute scumbag. You know there was nothing wrong with it.
You've been seen potentially walking in around vehicles.
So? Anyone that walks in and around the vehicle, do you come and search them?
Is this suspicious behaviour? Yes, I would.
So walking between vehicles is suspicious. What vehicles have I walked between? I haven't. I went down to that gate and I came back. I didn't go in the car park. I've not walked between any vehicles. So stop lying. It's all on camera.
That's the allegation that we got. Sir.
Right, so someone's telling lies.
Under protest, the auditor allows the officer to look through his phone. The officer finds other recordings of police stations and then accuses the auditor of being dishonest for not mentioning this earlier. This is a manipulative approach. The auditor has no duty to offer up information voluntarily, and choosing to remain silent does not equate to dishonesty. The officer then tries to justify checking the auditor's second phone by claiming the same search power still applies, even though that device was not used for filming. This represents yet another stretch of already shaky legal reasoning. The auditor correctly points out that the original search had concluded and that any further inspection of his belongings would therefore be unlawful.
We've searched you.
It's a good job I got that lady's badge on here, isn't it, so I can find out who she is.
Absolutely fine. Okay, but we've ascertained that you've got nothing on you. There's nothing for us to worry about. That's it. Simple. Done.
And if you want to take some pictures of the cars, feel free.
I will do. You don't have to tell me I can do it. I will do it.
Don't go past the barriers and that's fine, alright?
Yeah, alright.
Right? You're going to be the scumbags of YouTube. Use lot. It's disgraceful what you've just done.
I apologise if you feel upset by it.
No, the whole of the UK is going to be upset by it.
We've made sure you haven't got anything on you, and that's the end of
I'm not going to be rude, but I will just tell you something, just for a fact. When that lady came out and she said about that, she said, oh, maybe go and ask someone if you can get some cars around for you to take pictures of. And I said, oh, that's only happened twice before. Like I said, at that one where he showed us round, Cambridge headquarters. Yeah. And I was just saying to the viewers, I was just saying, I think Kent Police Headquarter could be contender for Police Station of the Year award, which I give out every year. At the moment, it's going to Newquay or, like I say, Huntingdon. And I said, we've got a third contender here, and then you come out and you do this. You've gone from...
The officers, having found no evidence of wrongdoing on the phone, appear to be finishing the search paperwork. The auditor stays at the scene to ensure he receives his copy of the search record. A third officer states that the auditor is not detained, yet still implies that his continued presence is somehow suspicious. This overlooks the obvious fact that he is simply standing in a public place, waiting for the police to provide the legally required documentation from their own stop. In the final moments, the officers discuss the situation among themselves before the video cuts off, leaving the exact outcome of the paperwork unclear. However, the attorney is in oversight committee and claims that upon receiving his copy of the search record, the auditor was released.